Russia has voiced significant concerns over Armenia's recent decision to initiate the European Union (EU) accession process, a move that has sent ripples through the geopolitical landscape of Eastern Europe and the Caucasus. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov, in a formal statement, underscored Russia's apprehension about Armenia's dual affiliations, pointing out the inherent contradictions between membership in the EU and the Eurasian Economic Union (EAU), a Moscow-led bloc that Armenia has been part of since 2015. Peskov's remarks reflect a deep-seated concern in Moscow regarding the strategic realignments that Armenia's decision could entail. "We view this development with caution," Peskov stated, emphasizing that the compatibility of dual membership in these two fundamentally different economic and political entities poses a significant challenge. The EU, known for its stringent regulatory frameworks and values-based policies, often demands alignment with its democratic principles and market-oriented standards, which can conflict with the EAU's more centralized and state-driven approach. Armenia's decision to explore EU membership marks a potential shift in its foreign policy orientation, signaling a desire to deepen ties with the West. This move comes amid growing internal and external pressures. Domestically, pro-European sentiments have been gaining traction among Armenian citizens, particularly in the wake of dissatisfaction with the country's handling of recent conflicts and its economic struggles. Internationally, Armenia's leadership appears to be seeking broader partnerships to diversify its economic and political dependencies, reducing its reliance on Russia, which has been a dominant player in Armenia's political and security spheres. Russia's concerns stem not only from economic incompatibilities but also from broader geopolitical implications. The EAEU, established in 2014, has been a cornerstone of Russia's strategy to maintain influence over its neighboring states. Armenia's pivot toward the EU could undermine this strategy and potentially inspire other EAEU member states to reassess their own affiliations. Such a scenario would weaken Moscow's vision of a cohesive economic bloc serving as a counterbalance to Western institutions. Experts have weighed in on the potential ramifications of Armenia's move. Political analyst Sergei Markov, closely aligned with Kremlin viewpoints, described Armenia's EU aspirations as a betrayal of regional solidarity. He warned that such a step could lead to economic and political isolation for Armenia within the EAEU. On the other hand, European analysts, including Brussels-based scholar Claire Moreau, view Armenia's decision as a natural progression of its aspirations for modernization and integration into global markets. Armenia's decision reflects a strategic recalibration, Moreau noted, adding that the EU's model of development offers opportunities for economic growth and institutional reform. The road to EU membership is fraught with challenges for Armenia. The accession process requires significant legal, political, and economic reforms to align with EU standards, a task that could take years or even decades. Armenia's economy, heavily reliant on remittances from its diaspora and its trade ties with Russia, would need substantial restructuring to meet the EU's stringent requirements. Furthermore, Armenia's political landscape, characterized by ongoing tensions with neighboring Azerbaijan and internal governance issues, may complicate its path toward EU integration. In response to Armenia's decision, Russian officials have hinted at potential consequences. While Peskov avoided direct references to punitive measures, other voices within the Russian establishment have suggested that Armenia's economic cooperation with the EAEU could be jeopardized. A senior official in Russia's Ministry of Economic Development, speaking anonymously, noted that dual membership would create a complex regulatory environment that undermines the cohesion of the EAEU. Armenia's leadership, however, has sought to downplay the potential fallout. Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan, in a televised address, reaffirmed Armenia's commitment to its existing partnerships while emphasizing the importance of exploring new opportunities. "Our decision to begin the EU accession process is not a rejection of our current alliances," Pashinyan stated. "It is an affirmation of our sovereign right to pursue a multidimensional foreign policy that serves the best interests of the Armenian people." This assertion has been met with skepticism in Moscow, where officials view Armenia's decision as a test of loyalty. The geopolitical significance of the South Caucasus region, situated at the crossroads of Europe and Asia, further amplifies the stakes. For Russia, Armenia represents a critical ally in a region marked by competing influences from Turkey, Iran, and the West. Any perceived weakening of this alliance could embolden rival powers and shift the regional balance. The EU, for its part, has welcomed Armenia's overture, framing it as an opportunity to strengthen ties with a strategically located partner. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen expressed optimism about the potential for closer collaboration, highlighting the EU's ongoing support for Armenia through financial aid and technical assistance. "We stand ready to support Armenia on its path toward European integration," von der Leyen affirmed during a recent press conference. Despite these assurances, the EU's capacity to fully accommodate Armenia remains uncertain. Enlargement fatigue among some member states, coupled with the complexities of integrating a country with long-standing ties to Russia, poses significant hurdles. Additionally, the EU's prioritization of internal unity and stability may limit its willingness to fast-track Armenia's accession. The unfolding situation has drawn comparisons to Ukraine's EU aspirations, which similarly elicited strong reactions from Russia. Analysts have noted parallels in Moscow's rhetoric and strategy, suggesting that Armenia's decision could prompt a recalibration of Russian foreign policy. The prospect of increased tensions between Armenia and Russia has also raised concerns among international observers about the stability of the South Caucasus, a region already fraught with unresolved conflicts and humanitarian challenges. As Armenia embarks on its EU accession journey, the stakes are high not only for its own future but also for the broader dynamics of regional and global politics. The coming months are likely to see intensified diplomatic activity, as Armenia seeks to balance its aspirations with its existing commitments and Russia navigates the challenges of maintaining influence in a changing geopolitical landscape. The international community will be watching closely, as the outcome of this process could have far-reaching implications for the balance of power in the region and beyond.